Elbows up over the boards. That's right, Canada. Y'all did good in kicking that motherfucker out of there, right? Because Stinky was going to finish embarrassing. But you know what? The reason that he left, it wasn't because he started a war, because he started the war, okay? The reason that he left was because, think about it. He didn't have his goons around him like he does in the Oval Office when he meets one of these leaders and he wants to trash him and make fun of him. And Zelensky was coming, you see? And he's terrified of Zelensky when he doesn't have his goons around him in the Oval Office, you see? Yeah, that was the whole thing, because it's just been embarrassment after embarrassment after embarrassment, you know? And now he's trying to justify this war. You know what it kind of sounds like? A person in the comments, I'm going to give him credit. Person in the comments says, you know, this sort of sounds like the WMD lie. And when you think about it, I mean, usually, I mean, the comments are great. I love you people, right? But I don't really mention the comments because I don't know if the people want me to mention them. But think about it. It is a perfect analogy. You have Tulsi Gabbard stating that they were not trying to produce a weapon. And then you have him saying that they have gone to war because they are producing a weapon. We've heard that song and a dance before. And look at what happened. We had a lot of kids that went over there and got fucked up, and we don't want that anymore. You know, if there's one thing that I agree with these MAGA morons is that I don't want our kids getting killed over there. You know, but now MAGA's getting a dose of reality. That's right. Their Lord and Savior, right, doesn't give a shit about your kids. That falls under the category of FAFO. Yeah, you fucked around with this asshole, and now you're finding out that he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about the United States. All he wants to do is go to war. And actually what he's trying to do is change the narrative, because more and more and more and more comes out about how janky that parade was. Did you know that they told the people that worked in the building at the USDA in Washington to telework from home? Remember how they were saying, no, we need the Doge cuts because, you know, we need the people to come back into work because they're teleworking and they're out playing golf and all that. Remember that? So you know what they did, because they had no accommodations for this half-ass, janky-ass parade, right? They had those soldiers living in the USDA building for 3 weeks. That's right. That's how unorganized this was. And now we're coming to find that out. You know what else? And I told you guys this was going to happen, right? Stinky is furious with Keg Breath. I mean, furious, because they weren't marching in lockstep. And, but, you know, here's the thing. Okay, it was a janky-ass parade, right? And I have come to the conclusion that the military stuck their middle finger out at this asshole. That's right. You think that our military wouldn't march in lockstep if they were told to? Ask any veteran how disciplined those people are. They did that shit on purpose to him, because they're just telling him, we're not with your program. I guarantee you that. You know? I mean, yeah. This guy is a constant embarrassment. It's constant embarrassment. He embarrassed the shit out of us yesterday at the G7, and then he turns around and he bails. He bails because he can't stand the heat, because he's a lazy, incompetent sack of shit. And these people thought, this Project 2025, and these people thought that they could impose their will on us. And I'm telling you, these protests had a bigger effect than anybody can imagine. That's right. These fools are running scared. And, you know, he has he has started this war, right? And he was on his way back from the G7 on the plane, right? And they asked him about has he called Tim Walz for the political assassinations, and he says, no, he's a whack job. I don't have time to call him. That's a blessing in disguise. That's a blessing in disguise, because this guy's a divider as it is. Why do you want any sympathy or any condolences from that jackoff? What you want to do is not have anything to do with him and trash him back even harder, because that's how you have to go at these motherfuckers. That's right. Look at what Newsom's doing. Instant response to every stupidity this guy does. He's faster than me because he has a team, but I'm out there and I'm on it. That's right, So, anyway, what this reminds me of is the COVID days. You remember his shit show about ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and then stating that if you injected bleach, you'd get a cleaning and it'd clean you out and all that. The moment was way too big for him. And we are now 4 or 5 years removed from that period of time. And all he's gotten is more senile. All you have to do is look at the tapes from then and look at the tapes now. More senile, more stupid. And here's the fucked up part about it. He doesn't have any guardrails. He doesn't have quality people around him. And the decisions that he makes are they're emphasized more, and they were gonna, if he stayed at the G7, they were gonna clean his clock. He did not sign a de-escalation proclamation or whatever it is that everybody else signed. He wouldn't sign it. Why? Because he started the war, because he's all in. He's all in with it. And he wants to make Gaza like a fucking beach or something like that. Him and that idiot war criminal Netanyahu. Let me ask you this. In the span of a few months, right? How easy has it been for him to change a narrative as far as the way rational people feel about Israel and how they feel about Iran? Don't get me wrong. I don't feel bad for Iran about anything, But Israel and this guy are making them look good. And, I don't want to use that term, making them look good, but, it's like, you're like, man, they don't have a nuke, and you're bombing them. So now when those Indians, because you don't have to worry, sure, they fire rockets through the sky, but man, on foot, they're hell on wheels. These motherfuckers are hell on wheels with them pipe bombs and on the motor scooters and on the back of those little Toyotas. Those motherfuckers are hell on wheels. Just ask these motherfuckers on October the 7th. They did a lot of damage with a little bit of money. That's right. What now, you got a bunch of these people, these Iranian people that are radicalized, right? And well, how much would it take them to activate sleeper cells? Those people that have nothing to lose, and are willing to die for the cause. What's to say they don't start acting up like they did years ago? Huh? Just saying, So these clips that I have here are of him and his response to reporters talking about the war and what's to come and that kind of thing. And you'll just see this is another diapers off moment for him. Oh, and before I leave, hey, Canada, good luck tonight. But I have a dog in this fight, right? Okay. my Panthers are one away from winning it all. Okay? So, go Cats. Peace. Roll it, like and subscribe. Senile old junkie. Listen to this fucking piece of shit. Roll it. Have you called the governor of Minnesota yet? Of course not. Of course not. And got news for you, honey. Got news for you. Who cares if he does? This is a piece of shit. This is a pile of trash. We don't need him involved in our business.
I don't really call him. He anointed this guy to represent.
Nonsense. Nonsense.
I think the governor of Minnesota is so whacked out.
The governor of Minnesota is so whacked out. You fucking absolute pile of trash. This is the worst of the worst. And y'all wonder why I bang on these people that voted for him. This is an incompetent, dementia-ridden sack of fucking trash. Period. And look at that fucking silly putty he has for a nose. He's look. See that? That's a fucking junkie, is what this is. This motherfucker's wasted constantly. Of course you're not calling him. Because you're a punk.
He's a mess.
No, you're projecting, Stinky. Look at you.
So, I could be nice and cool.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares whether you're nice or not. Nobody cares. Nobody.
Why waste time?
Nobody cares. Look, your boy started another war. Yes, he did. Why are you telling the people in Tehran to be safe then? To evacuate? Why? You fucking started a war. You and that fucking war criminal Netanyahu. You started a fucking war, you bitch.
That's always possible. Things like that could happen.
You're a bitch.
I just want people to be safe.
You're a bitch.
This morning, the president said he has not reached out to Iran for peace talks. Donald Trump is out.
Hey, the question is why did you leave the G7 and what was it that you couldn't do there that you have to do here? You want me to answer that for you? This motherfucker is fat, lazy, and stupid, right? And day 2 of the G7, people were going to put in the work. And this fucking bloated gas bag has never, ever put in a legitimate day of work. Never. He's a fucking scumbag. He's a poser. He's a fraud. He's disgusting, vile, and fucking pathetic.
To be a little bit, I think, more well-versed.
That was the question, and he says, because we want to be a little more well-versed.
Not having to use telephones so much.
Not having to use telephones so much.
Because I don't believe in telephones.
Because you don't believe in telephones?
Because people like you listen to them.
Because people like her listen to him? Ladies and gentlemen, the president of half of the United States, right there. Fucking moron. Fucking trying to be cute, huh? You fucking idiot.
Being on the scene is much better.
Then Donald Trump's.
Okay, as I stated in one of my earlier videos, his imbecile airhead Indian, Tulsi Gabbard, claimed less than 90 days ago that Iran was not building a nuke. This is a kakistocracy with the fucking punk of a poser. Look.
How close do you personally think that they are to getting one? Because Tulsi Gabbard...
How close are they to get a nuclear weapon? And you said very close? Nope.
Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that the intelligence community said Iran wasn't mounting a nuclear weapon.
I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having.
Nope. You don't care what she says, huh? Here's your whole problem. Nobody likes Stinky. Your parade was janky. And now because everybody can't stand you and your 12 idiots that are behind you there, right? Now you think you can light the world on fire. I got news for you. This cactusocracy is going to end terribly for this motherfucker. Terribly. There he is. Your moron started a war.
Great people that know how to protect themselves. And when you say better, we'll come down so hard if they do anything to our people.
What do you mean if they do something? Why are you talking shit? Why are you talking shit out your ass? They're not taking that golden dome or whatever, that fucking iron dome, and fucking fired rockets right through it. Right through it. What do you mean? What do you mean if they do something? They're doing it right now, you punk. The gloves are off so beautifully. Yeah, I can tell. Have you seen Tel Aviv lately? You fucking imbecile. Senile shit for brains. This guy's a fucking poser and a half. He's a fraud. This is a... Okay, this is your poser, your fraud, your taco. The great negotiator. Continue, Stinky.
Everything I had to do with the G7. We had a good G7.
You had a good G7, then why'd you leave?
We signed a deal with the European Union.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Phase one of a deal.
Phase one of a deal?
We signed a deal with the UK.
You dropped the paperwork. And you resolved nothing.
And the UK is really great. We're very far down the line with a lot of deals.
You're very far down the line with a lot of deals. AKA, you have nothing.
I mean, look, we're actually finished with every deal.
No, you're not. Now you're just a fucking liar.
Think about it, because what I'm doing is say this is what you're going to pay. But it's nice to be nice.
This is a senile junkie. Oh my God. What a fraud.
Big penguin shit, you ass spelunker.
Hey, the question is why did you leave the G7 and what was it that you couldn't do there that you have to do here? You want me to answer that for you? This motherfucker is fat, lazy, and stupid, right? And day 2 of the G7, people were going to put in the work. And this fucking bloated gas bag has never, ever put in a legitimate day of work. Never. He's a fucking scumbag. He's a poser. He's a fraud. He's disgusting, vile, and fucking pathetic.
Just be a little bit, I think, more well-versed.
That was the question, and he says, because we want to be a little more well-versed.
Not having to use telephone so much.
Not having to use telephones so much.
Because I don't believe in telephones.
Because you don't believe in telephones?
Because people like you listen to them.
Because people like her listen to him? Ladies and gentlemen, the president of half of the United States, right there. Fucking moron. Fucking trying to be cute. Huh? You fucking idiot.
Being on the scene is much better.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
This is a moron that's pissed off at keg breath because the soldiers were marching in lockstep at his birthday party. He's still pissed. Listen to this.
Is there any guarantee that if the U.S. did get involved militarily, that a U.S. bomb could destroy Iran's nuclear program and facilitate...
Wait. They're already involved. What do you mean if? What do you mean if? He started a fucking war. Now report it the way it's supposed to be, honey.
So every day, or anything on life you got in. Look at you.
There's no guarantee in life. Look at you. Look at how dry I am. How dry I am. Nobody knows how dry I am. This is a fucking clown show.
Right? There's no guarantee.
You think if the U.S. got involved militarily, it would actually wipe out Iran's nuclear program, or where's your assessment of that?
Well, I hope their program's going to be wiped out long before then.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? How is it? What is it going to wipe itself out? Are you fucking eating crow because you got us out of the Iran nuclear deal because Obama did it? You fucking imbecile? Yeah. You fucking shit for brains. And now you got the MAGAs pissed off at you because you started another war, you fucking imbecile.
But they're not going to have it anyway.
Yeah. Say it, Anthony. Say it!
It's total bullshit.
Senile old junkie. Listen to this fucking piece of shit. Roll it!
Have you called the governor of Minnesota yet?
Have you called the governor of Minnesota yet? Of course not. Of course not. And got news for you, honey. Got news for you. Who cares if he does? This is a piece of shit. This is a pile of trash. We don't need him involved in our business.
I don't really call him. He anointed this guy to the position.
Nonsense. Nonsense.
I think the governor of Minnesota's so whacked out.
The governor of Minnesota's so whacked out. You fucking absolute pile of trash. This is the worst of the worst. And y'all wonder why I bang on these people that voted for him. This is an incompetent, dementia-ridden sack of fucking trash. Period. And look at that fucking silly putty he has for a nose. He's look. See that? That's a fucking junkie, is what this is. This motherfucker's wasted constantly. Of course you're not calling him. Because you're a punk.
He's a mess.
No, you're projecting, Stinky. Look at you.
So, I could be nice and cool.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares whether you're nice or not. Nobody cares. Nobody.
Why waste time?
Real life that you know.
Holy
have
shit.
dementia or
Stinky
suffer
two
from
spots.
cognitive issues.
Oh!